Well, welcome again to this moon meditation. Today, we're connecting with a special moon. It's a full moon that is being eclipsed. So it's a lunar eclipse. It is happening at 5 degrees of Libra. And let me take a little moment to go over again what lunar eclipse is. A lunar eclipse happens when the Earth or the shadow of the Earth passes between the moon and the sun, hiding the light of the sun from the moon. What we're experiencing today is a penumbral lunar eclipse. That happens when it's our shadow, not our darkest shadow, but the surrounding shadow of the Earth is projecting on the moon. So it's not as dark as it would have been if the three of them were exactly aligned. These lunar eclipses, they happen when the moon and the sun are aligned on the south node, north node axis. And right now they're not perfectly aligned, which is why it's only our outer shadow that is projecting on the moon. Just to give you a little bit of details on that. What kind of effect it has on us? Well, let's say it's an amplified full moon. And obviously, the more exact it's going to be, the more aligned we're going to be with the lunar nodes, the more amplification we'll experience. But like it's pretty intense, I would say, as you have experienced it. So it is an amplified full moon, which means it's the moment of endings, of closure, of culmination of cycles or completion of cycles. And this concept of completion and termination is amplified because the moon is sitting next to the south node. By definition, it is there, because, as I said, it's aligned to the nodal axis. But the fact that it's there, this is what is bringing extra. It's happening in the sign of Libra. Libra is a sign of relationships, obviously. And also in the progression of the archetypes, from the individuality to the return to the all. Libra is the first contact that we have with others. So let's say the first 6 signs, we develop our existence, or I'm talking archetypes here, okay? Our individuality through ourselves, like inwardly. And in Libra, we start opening up to others. And that has a lot of meaning for this particular period, which means that our relationships are going to be activated negatively or positively, as in they will be teaching us things. Some relationships might just disappear, some new might come in. So let's say our mirrors or our reality, we experience a new, let's say, makeup in terms of relationships. I would suggest that you look at where that falls on your chart and to look at the house where it falls. And that will give you a particular area where you might have impacts of this full moon. So, and when I say relationships, I mean all types of relationships. It can be work, it can be friend, it can be partnerships, it can be any type. It's 5 degrees of Libra.
In our natal chart?
Yes, in the natal chart. Yes, in the natal chart. Sometimes you might have a planet that is conjunct, and that will give you extra meaning. If you want, for those who are here today, you can just send me a message and I can help you with that also. So the information that's coming with this eclipse is very special, because there's not a lot, but it's very intense. very focused and very strong. And the first piece of information comes to us from the axis Aries Libra. Aries, where the north node is and where the sun is. Aries is the I am. So it teaches us about finding our sense of self. And Libra is the I balance. So it teaches us to balance the inside with the outside. It's like a balloon that has pressure outside and inside, or even our body. If you take our body, we are experiencing the pressure of the atmosphere. And if we didn't have like internal pressure to maintain ourselves whole and without, bumps and holes, then it wouldn't work. And it's the same here. It's the same principle where I believe that during this time, which is also connected to the equinox, the equinox was only 5 days away, like 5 days last week. So it's very close, and the energy of the equinox is very, very present still. So, which reinforces that sense of the I am, because it's like the first degree of the zodiac. It's activating the I am, it's activating the Aries sign, but it's also speaking about equinox, about balance. So this aspect of balancing what I have inside, or who am I on the inside, and how that is reflected, or how I interact with my surroundings, other human beings in particular, is super, super emphasized. And what I think this is telling us is that we need to find that internal balance before we go out to balance our relationship with the rest of the world. It's almost like if you take those balloons you use in birthdays, when you blow in them and they they become a balloon. Like if it's damaged a little bit, or if you put a hole in it, it just deflates and it starts having a weird shape. And I see those little bumps or holes in the surface of the balloon as maybe all the things that we need to transmute within ourselves, heal, you use the word that you prefer, but all those things that some of them might be in our unconscious. And this is what's coming out in our physical body for all those of you who are experiencing pains, aches, things that are coming out of the blue, hurts, headaches. Also, I've heard so many different examples of physical aches, and all of them pointing to something that we don't digest, some rage that we don't express, some trauma from birth that just captures all the negative things that we might be encountering in our environments. So the first task, I believe, for this, probably I would say for this entire eclipse portal, is to go back inside and just clean the house, let's say, in a certain way, and make sure that our own sphere is nice, balanced, repaired to the maximum of our capacity. We can only transmute things from the level of consciousness that we are. So it's not a competition, there's no, let's say, model, but it's really looking after ourselves as universal beings, not as just bodies, but like with everything that we have and all the levels at which we exist. I hope this makes sense. So, and this work on the I am is really, really reinforced by all the planets that are gathered around the sun in Aries. Like if you look at a chart in the zodiac of today, we have the moon on one side in Libra. We have Pluto sitting in Aquarius alone, and everyone else is gathered around Aries. So a lot in Aries, a little bit before, a little bit after. So you can see that there is that pull on one side, and that important energy that is being given to that side of the zodiac and to that side of the archetypes. So that's the first axis of the eclipse, the I am and the we are, or the beginning of the we are, which happens in Libra. The second key message in this eclipse relates to the creative power of the feminine. So as I said, we have the moon sitting at 5 degrees of Libra. Remember, Libra is ruled by Venus, one of the feminine archetypes. I'll talk about Venus in a moment. And we have Pluto that is connecting to the moon. That has several meanings. Of course, first of all, it makes this moon more impactful on our emotions. Like, you know, perhaps you feel a little bit more thin-skinned, with bigger ups and downs in your emotions. So that Pluto can totally do that to us at the moment. Not that, you know, it's a bad thing or a good thing, but it can explain it. And it's also a good thing to work with, because our emotions are talking to us about something. So it's as if the signal is amplified in a certain way, and it's good because sometimes there's things we can't perceive. So that brings out the connection Pluto-Moon brings out all the things that are hidden in our unconscious to be transmuted. The moon is has a connection with the unconscious, and Pluto obviously too, but Pluto talks more about transmutation, it's the Kali aspect of the feminine, let's say, that will destroy things, that will spread death so that something new can grow, and a new birth can happen. So that's one aspect of this connection, Moon Pluto. The other aspect is the ability to create from a different level of consciousness. And here we are dealing with the archetype of Shakti. The Shakti is the active aspect of the feminine energy, of the divine feminine, which we usually label the feminine as passive and the masculine as active. The feminine as the receiver and the masculine as a giver. But the feminine has an active side, like women are able to create things from nothing. We create babies from a little small cell. That's pretty active, I would say. So this is the other aspect that we have here, and it's very strong. And what else? It's almost like the Shakti is almost like a lightning bolt, like some discharge that comes. I mean, you can imagine it in your body or wherever, that comes and it's like gives the information, and yes, you can go create, you can go make things. So there's that dual aspect of letting go of stuff, and we can just literally drop it. I think I've spoken about that before, that we're experiencing times where we probably don't have time to spend zillions of hours in analyzing, opening up old traumas, etc. And sometimes we can just treat it in a quantic way, like we just drop it. A lot of that happens in quantum healing, where we don't need to see what's inside that tension or that conflict. It just disappears because we move the vibration to another level. And that's what we're talking about. And that requires that we focus on the present, not on the past. all the analysis we make, all the psychotherapies, all of this are focused on the past. So we are conditioning our steps by what happened, but that's not how we evolve. We evolve by focusing on the present, by our current environment, because our limitations come from the past. It's what we think we can do and what we think we can't do. But actually, we never know until we tried. That's the truth. We never know if we can do something or not unless we try it. And this applies to anything. So it's a real shift in the way we view ourselves, I believe. Not that what I'm saying is extraordinarily new, but I think it's very important to have that in mind at the moment, that this is the moment to create, and when you create, you have to look forward. Does that make sense? What else? Venus. Where's Venus? Venus is in Pisces, connecting to Saturn, which connects to the moon as well. Is it? Sorry. Yes, it is connecting to the moon. And yeah, and that's Saturn is the matter, is really 3D reality, among other things. And yeah, Venus is the feminine archetype that rules Libra, the place where the moon is sitting. So it's time to also be very here and now, and to open to receive this lightning bolt of Shakti. So these are the two important things. And the third thing that I wanted to share with you, I want to talk to you about Altair, which is the star that governs the new age of Aquarius. And interestingly enough, today this star is connecting to both the sun and the moon. It's conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, which is a very strong, like to almost to the degree, like there's only a few minutes between the two of them. So it has an important, let's say, bearing on everything that we're doing. It's truly the transition. It really speaks about the transition into the new age of Aquarius. Altair is one of the royal stars, fixed star. It's related to the celestial drum that beats the gathering of light worker souls. It oversees the accomplishment of high spiritual mission. Some of the incarnated spiritual masters are related to Altair. She's connected to the phoenix that rises back from their ashes. If you add that to Pluto, like the idea of a phoenix is very strong again here. And she helps with to connect with the guides. So you can connect to this star in meditation if you'd like, to help you connect with your guides and to help you with co-creating your reality.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
The name of the
Altair. I'm going to write it in the chat so that you have it.
Okay.
Where's the chat?
Yeah. Altair.
Altura.
Altair. I can't find the chat. It's so annoying. Altair. Where is it? Here? Is it here? No. can't see it. Can someone write it for me? I don't find the chat. That's so weird.
I did it.
Ah, thank you.
Oh, you've got it.
Oh, I see it. I see the chat. Yes, thank you, Amparo. Exactly. That's what it is. Thank you. And that's the three pieces of information that I had to share with you today. And we're gonna in the meditation today, we're gonna be working on our sphere and on transmuting, liberating, making it as nice and spherical and luminous as we can. And then we're going to be working with, let's say, 3 aspects of fire to give us the strength and the wisdom to create new realities or whatever we want to create. Okay, so any other questions? No? Okay, so let me put the music on. While I search for the music, I invite you to find a comfortable position. And I'm already sharing the music. And please, if my voice is not loud enough, I know sometimes this happens, please feel free to interrupt me so that, everyone can hear. Can you hear the music?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Close your eyes. And we're going to start by acknowledging our body. Massage it, caress it, touch it from head to toe, from toe to head. And let's give our body thanks for supporting us, containing us, and being our vehicle of incarnation. And when you're ready, find a good position and settle down. Check that your spine is straight, aligned, that your neck is parallel, your chin, is parallel to the ground. And release any tensions by checking your body, your belly, your arms, your shoulders, your face. And focus on your breath. If you need to take a few deep breaths to further release tension, feel free to do so now. Take as many as you need. And when you're ready, intensify your breath by introducing this little hissing in the throat. And with each inhale, bring the energy to the center of your forehead and release at the exhale. Continue for a few cycles. And while you're doing that, I invite you to imagine, see, perceive, feel a sun, a bright sun in front of you. And now, I also invite you to feel, see, perceive your energetical body, your ka, surrounding you in a sphere. And using our breath, we're going to inhale photons, golden light from the sun, bring it to our forehead, and with the exhale, we release it into our ka, the sphere surrounding us. Inhale, bring in light from the sun up to your forehead. Exhale, send it to your sphere. And with each breathing cycle, I see my golden sphere strengthening, thickening, becoming brighter. I take a last cycle of breath and release. And I observe that sphere surrounding me. I observe it with detail, its shape, its luminosity, and every detail aspect of its surface. And now I'm going to bring in the 7 rays one by one. I take a deep breath in, and I bring in a ray of red light through my crown, and it comes into my sphere, and I let it go where it needs to go to repair, heal, transmute. And I observe I pay attention to where it goes. Maybe to the information that it has for me. And I let it do what it needs to do, trusting that my all-knowing soul knows exactly what I need at this very moment from that ray. take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I get ready to bring in an orange ray of light through my crown. I inhale, and with the exhale, I let the orange ray of light penetrate my sphere and touch all the places that it needs to transmute, that need healing, that need attention. And I surrender to the divine order, to the divine purpose, and to my soul's path. I stay very present, very aware, receiving the information that I need to receive without judgment, knowing that this is happening for my highest good. I take a deep breath in and bring in the yellow ray of light through my crown. And once again, I expand it inside my sphere. And let it diffuse all around me. Healing, transmuting, cleaning. And I take another deep breath. I inhale deeply and bring in a green ray of light. And I let myself be showered by this bright emerald green, filling up my entire sphere. Smoothing out its surface, bringing love to all the aspects of myself that need it right now. Unconditionally and bringing back harmony into my being. I savor the love and the tenderness. I savor the joy that it's bringing with it. And I listen to all that it has to tell me. I take another deep breath in, and with my next exhale, I bring in the blue ray of light. It fills up my entire space from within, purifying, harmonizing, transmuting all that needs transmuting, harmonizing all that needs harmonizing. and I listen to its music. I take another deep breath. I inhale, and with the next exhale, I bring in the indigo ray of light. And I let that indigo color shine all around me, bringing with it clarity, discernment, vision, bringing all those attributes where I need them at this moment. I let myself be infused by this light. And with my next breath, I take a deep inhale. I bring in the violet ray of light. And I let it spread all around me to penetrate my entire body. And I let that ray inspire me with divine wisdom. And as the other ways did, I let this violet ray bring its divine knowledge, its inspiration into all aspects of myself that need it right now, helping me grow, evolve, and find my path. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I observe my state of being right now, the state of the sphere that I am in. And I pay attention to every detail, every sensation. And now I place my attention on my third chakra, on my plexus, somewhere around my navel. And with my breath, I imagine, I feel, I see a point of energy that with the inhale concentrates near my spine, and with the exhale expand all around me. inhale, that point concentrates, becomes small and dense. Exhale, it expands in all directions. I continue for a few cycles. And I place my hands, palms facing down in front of me at the level of my plexus. And I connect to earth, asking, please teach me how to feel. With the palms of my hands and the movement of that point behind my navel, I connect with earth. And slowly, I become earth. I feel the mountains, the valleys, the fields, and the forests in my body. I feel the roots of all the plants, all the trees, of all the vegetal realm, anchoring themselves in me. I feel the pulse of the crystals nested in my crust. I feel the steps of all animals, from the ant to the elephant. I feel the steps of all human beings, and I find joy in supporting their path, in nurturing every one of them, holding them, anchoring them. It is my joy to cradle them and sustain every step they take. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and I bring my hands around my navel in a triangle pointing down, thumbs together, indexes together, my navel at the center of that triangle. And I raise my hands to my hearts, making that triangle smaller by putting one hand on top of the other, creating a lozenge shape around my heart. And once again, I connect with the energy of my heart by creating that pulsation, where at the inhale, that point focuses and concentrates near my spine. And at the exhale, that point expands in all directions. And I connect to all living beings. And I ask, please teach me how to love. And while I'm breathing, continuing that movement of expansion and contraction, I connect with the element water and I become water. In me, I feel the oceans and the seas, the rivers, the lakes and the lagoons. I feel its flow running through my veins, irrigating my entire body and bringing life to my cells. In the same way, water brings life to all living beings. I feel the peaceful flow running from my heart to my entire body and coming back with all the information of my cells. I understand that the diversity of my cells form the most perfect temple for me to grow, evolve, and expand. I understand that my waters nurture each of them equally with oxygen, the one element that connects us all, humans and all living beings on earth. I extend my hands in front of me, palms facing forward, and I commune with all living beings. And I place my hands on my forehead, joining the ring finger and the middle finger together on my forehead. And I connect to the sun and the stars. And I ask, please show me the way to wisdom. And with the same breath, with that point, focusing in a point in the middle of my head, with the inhale, and expanding with the exhale, I create that pulsation. I pulsate and connect to the cosmos. I become the Milky Way with its stars, a network of sparks connected in the cosmos. I feel the music of the spheres within me with every nervous impulse, and I hear this symphony resonating in my entire body. I hear it in my body, and I hear it in the entire universe, resonating in harmony and beauty. I surrender to receive the cosmic song and to let it vibrate in me, allowing myself to vibrate back with my own chord. And I understand that the path of wisdom is in allowing myself to listen to my own cosmic chord and to join the cosmic symphony. And I open my hands, palms facing upwards, to commune with the stars. I bring back my fingers on my forehead. And I pronounce the mantra, I see. And I bring my hands and my heart in the lozenge position. And I connect with that energy, the energy of unconditional love. I can. And I bring my hands down around my navel in a triangle pointing down. And I connect with that energy. I feel. And I activate with my voice. I take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I release my hands and I come back here and now at my own pace, on my own time. I feel the need to, I stretch and I yawn. Move my hands, my arms, my shoulders, my spine. Thank you once again for being here today. I wish you a peaceful and fruitful eclipse, or eclipse season even. And I hope to see you soon again here.
Thank you, Dunia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dunia.
I just realized I forgot to ask the oracle. So what I'm going to, yeah, let's do it. Okay, someone was talking about Lemuria earlier. So we got a message from Ancient Lemurians.
Oh.
It is
Okay.
water. And let's see what they have to say. Okay. Water is one of the vectors of universal energy. Our civilization, so Lemurians, has developed since eons a communication with the peoples of the seas, like the Syrian mammals. Water is a form that is alive, that allows us to conduct energies of high intensity. In this message, we would like to remind you, we would like to talk to you about water, to remind you of the importance to infuse the water that you are drinking by the vibration of your deep will. To assimilate a water, your body has to enter into resonance with it. To facilitate this resonance, you have naturally the capacity to connect your thoughts to the water, programming it, and programming the energy it needs to carry. The key message is water is a messenger, a vessel in liquid form that can be programmed at will by a profound and luminous will.